Hello guys, I hope you are fine. Me too, I'm fine. So guys, today we are going to look at binomial expansion, and let me read the question and then we can attempt it. And the question reads, use the binomial theorem to expand, that is square root of 16 plus 4x all over 16 minus 4x up to the third term. By setting x is equals to 1 over 20, determine the value of square root of 79. So guys, here is a question that is before us. And so because this question is on binomial expansion, guys, we need to remind ourselves the binomial expansion theorem. So I'm going to write the series, the binomial series, and this is how it is written. So we have a plus b raised to n. This one now gives us a raised to n, b raised to 0, plus, then we have n, a raised to n minus 1, b raised to 1, then from there we go to another step, n minus 1, all over 2 factorial, a raised to n minus 2, and then b raised to 2, like that. So guys, it's important to remember that formula, and we can go on and on. But now, since we are supposed to get three terms, we can reach up to there. And so guys, let's now go to the question. As you can see the question, the way it is, guys, we need to modify it, because when we are looking for small numbers, that is, or small errors, we actually cannot be able to use this. And so guys, we modify this equation. So for small values, we modify this equation, and this is how we can do it. So we can first of all leave out the square root and write it this way: 16 plus, now we write 4x like that, all over 16 minus 4x. So guys, what we can do is that we can come and now divide throughout by 16, both the numerator and the denominator. And when we do that, guys, we are not changing anything. It's like actually what we do when we are given a fraction. For example, if we are given a fraction like this, guys, maybe I can show you here. You have a fraction here. You can leave that and use this other side. A fraction of maybe 8 all over 16. Guys, I can come and divide this by 2. Then I get 4. I divide this by 2, I get 8. As long as we are doing it both sides, it is okay, and we are doing it the same way. So if we are dividing here by 2, we have to divide here by 2, and we are not changing anything. So guys, that's what I will do. I will divide the upper side, or the numerator, with 16. I also divide with 16 the denominator. So this one is going now to give me, I'll get 1 there, then plus 4 over 16, which now gives me a quarter. That is 1 over 4x. While this other side, guys, that is the denominator, is still the same except the negative. So we shall have 1 minus 1 over 4x. So with that, guys, now our equation is modified for the purpose of which we want to use it. So we shall have square root. Now 1 plus 1 over 4 x over 1 minus 1 over 4 x, like that. So guys, now we work with it when it is like that. And the reason is that most of the binomial theorem equations, you find that they usually have a 1. So if there is a way we can make this one to become a 1, because remember the first term is always the greatest. And as we move on, we find that now the value of the other terms decreases. So if we make this term to be big, then you'll have a problem with other terms. And so guys, we make sure that it is in this format. So let's go ahead now and find the binomial for each of them. So this one can be divided into, or we can modify it to read like this now. This is 1 plus 1 over 4 x. This is now raised to a half. You multiply that by 1 minus 1 over 4x raised to negative a half. Because now this one is down here, when you bring it up, then it has to have a negative. So let's look at those expansion, guys. So this one is going to be, we do the first one, 1 plus 1 over 4x raised to a half. So this one will have, the first term, guys, is going to be 1. And the reason is that we have 1 raised to a half, which gives us 1. Then we have a quarter x raised to 0, and so it remains like that. So that now, come and write the next one as plus, then we write n which is now a half for us here. And then you multiply by a raised to n minus 1. And then our a here, as we said, it is already 1. So we shall now neglect our a. So a we shall not be using because a is supposed now to be 1. And when you raise 1 to any number, it remains the way it was. And so here we are going to have a quarter, which is our b, is 1 quarter x, like that. This one is now raised to 1, like that. From there, so guys, we now go ahead and we write plus, this is plus, then we write n, which is a half, and then n minus 1. This one will give us negative a half. When we take away 1 from, negative 1 from a half, we get negative a half. All over now 2 factorial. That is 2 factorial. And then we have the b squared. And the b squared here is a quarter. That is 1 quarter x squared. So guys, that is what we have. We now continue. So this one we shall have 1 plus. So for this we shall have 1 over 8x. So this is 1 over 8x. When we now come here, guys, as you can see, we have a negative here. And so guys, we are going to have negative. We multiply this, 4 is times 2. So we shall have 16. 16 multiplied by 8. So if you multiply 16 by 8, you'll get 16 times 8. That gives us 128. And so we shall have here x all over 128. And this is x squared, 128. So guys, that is our first series. And that is for 1 plus a quarter x raised to a half. So let's go to the next series, guys. This is going now to be 1 minus, this is minus a quarter x. Now we do that. So this one is now going to give us, we shall have the first one, we shall have a 1 like that. Then we go to the second. For the second one, here we have a negative a half. The second one we are going to have minus, because now we are having n, which is minus a half. And then we put our now the b1 right there is what now we are putting. And this one is going to be also negative 1 quarter x, like that. That is 1. Then we continue to the third term, which is plus. We put here n, which is negative a half. Then we go to n minus 1, which is going to be negative 3 all over 2. That is n, negative 1 half minus 1 gives us negative 3 over 2. And then you say this is 2 factorial. And finally we have our b squared, which is negative 1 over 4x squared, like that. So guys, now we go ahead and write our series here. So we are going to have 1, that is the first term. Then the second one is going to be plus, because here we have 2 negatives. 1 over 8 x. And finally, the third one is going to be, as you can see guys, we have these terms. You can see this negative and this negative, that one is going to cancel. And this negative squared will now be positive. So guys, we have a positive here. Now we can go and we can multiply the numerator. For us, the numerator here is only 3. So we write 3 there. All over is 3 and x squared. X squared is also part of numerator. Then the denominator we have 4 times 4, which is 16. 16 now you multiply by 8. That is 2 times 2 times 2. So 16 times 8 will give us 16 times 8 gives us 128. So guys, we are going to have 128 here. And so guys, we have now the two series. Now we can come and combine them. And this is how we do it, guys. We take this series and this one, we multiply them together. So in multiplying them together, I will come and write here, just like we had multiplied here, guys. Here, the first series is for that, the second one for that. We now multiply. So we shall have 1 for this plus 1 over 8 x minus x squared all over 128. We multiply with this 1 plus 1 over 8 x plus 3 over 128 x squared. Now guys, we are supposed to write up to the third term. And so if it is that term, guys, we are going to reach at up to x squared. So anything else above x squared, we leave it. So when we come here, we multiply. 1 multiplied by 1, we have 1. 1 multiplied by 1 over 8, that will give us 1 over 8 x. 1 multiplied by 3 over 20 over 128. So I'll have plus 3 over 128 x squared. Then I come to this term, 1 over 8 multiplied by 1, that will give me another 1 over 8 x. Then this and that will give me 1 over 64, and that is going to be plus 1 over 64 x squared, like that. For this other one, we leave it, because now it's going to give us x cubed. And so guys, we continue, plus, we are now at this point, 1 over 8x multiplied by 1, that one gives us, I think we have already dealt with it, because we said that is that for that, and that for that. Yes, so we are now here, 1 over 8x, we go to that, 1 over 8x, we go to that, that is that, and now we are finished. So we are now at this point. That point we are going to have negative x squared all over 128. And now we will not go ahead, because now we will find x cubed. So guys, we are now supposed to do that. So in doing that, guys, we shall say, or we shall have to add the like terms. For the like terms, guys, here we have already one is there, that is okay. Then we go to 1 over 8, we add 1 over 8. That one gives us 2 over 8. And the 2 over 8 is now plus 1 over, so that one will give us 1 quarter. So this one we shall have 1 quarter x, 1 over 4x. That is for that and that. So we can cancel that. Can also cancel that and that. Then we continue. Now we are dealing with x squared. The terms having x squared. So guys, what we can do, maybe to do it faster, we can put all of them under 128. So that now we are going to have 3 over 128. So for this one, it's going to be 2 over 128. Well, for this last one, we are going to have x squared minus x squared over 128 to be, maybe guys I can do it here. So we have 3 all over 128 for this one, and then we plus, we have this as, we can put it 2 all over 128, and the last one we can put minus 1 all over 128. So that this is 5 minus 1, we get 4 over 128. So guys, we can divide by 4 there, 1 by 4, that 2. So now guys, this is going to be plus 1 over that 2 x squared. So guys, this is now our final solution for the series. The question asks, we do it up to the third term. So this is the third term. And so guys, this is how we do it. So the next question is to find the square root of 79. So let's go into that. So guys, since time is far much spent, I have already done for you and I'm now going to show you the last part. We are told to replace x with 1 all over 20. So that's what I have come now. I have replaced here x. I have written 1 over 20 here and 1 all over 20 here. So after calculation, this is what I found, that my numerator is supposed to be 81 all over 80. 80. Try and put 1 all over 20 here and see how the numerator will be in terms of fraction. You get 81 all over 80, and for this one, other one, you get 79 all over 80. And now we can cancel 80. 80 can be cancelled, and now we are left with 81 all over 79. 81 all over 79 square root. Square root of 81 is supposed to be 9. And then what we are looking for is the square root of 79. And now guys, because we replaced x with 1 all over 20, we now go to the series where we found this is our series. This is supposed to be 1 here. So we come now and put 1 all over 20 in our series. And when we do that, this is what we found. We had put here 1 plus a quarter. We put 1 all over 20. And then we come here and 1 over 32, we put 1 over 20 squared. So after doing that, we're able to find this is 1. Guys, so after replacing all these, this is what we found here. Whereby now guys, our 1 over 20 for this is 1 all over 80. And this one can be 1 divided by 80. That gives us that. So this is the figure we found. And then when we come here, we have 20 times 20, which is 400 times 32. So we say 400 times 32, that is 12800. So we are supposed to have 1 all over 12800. And that is now how we came about with this figure. Because you can see this is raised to -5. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where our point is. And then guys, we come and add those ones. Once we add them, I got this. And now guys, I can make now square root of 79 my subject of the formula. And when I do that, I will have something like this. I will have, let me show you. I will put 9 here and then 1 all over 0, 1, 2, 5. This one now gives me square root of 79. So the square root of 79 is 9 over 1.0125. And this is now the square root of 79. And we get now our answer as that. So guys, thank you for listening to me. Bye bye.